Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. About to talk some life lessons through the sports and entertainment and cover the media like they cover everybody else with they stanky ass. Let me stop. All right, y'all. Make sure you support the community, support the initiatives we have with ProjectTransition.org. You support, go to ProjectTransition.org, leave a donation just to help out the itty bitties, and I will send this book to you. Yes, recurring donors, get that book. Now let's talk about recurring champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Right now we in the offseason in the NFL, but ain't no offseason. Your mind is still racing if you're not the Kansas City Chiefs of how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's an easy game plan for 31 other teams to start their motivation in let's go after the champs. We're not that far off. We could get them. And some teams beat them in the regular season, like like the Raiders, right? So imagine you're a Las Vegas Raider. What you doing right now? All right, you're just getting home from the from the casino. Let me stop. You're in Las Vegas, and you're like, dog, the team that won it all in our home building, and we beat them on their home soil. How come we can't win it all? And then you start to feel yourself. You start to think like, hell yeah, if they did it and we better than them, at least on one given Sunday we were, let's go get it. So Raiders head coach, my dog, Antonio Pierce from the city of, you know where it is, Compton. We just produced the finest of individuals. He's so damn gangster. He's so damn Raider right now, bringing all of that mystique back. And I love it. But he's also doing a damn good job coaching. Now, he's starting to talk to the mentality of his team, but also letting the whole league know, putting them on notice. This is how you get to GOAT Mahomes. This is how you slay the GOAT. So listen to Antonio Pierce talk to his team about how they could beat those Raiders.
And then we went into, you got the Jordan rules, and I'm calling now from now on, as long as I'm here, the Patrick Mahomes rules. Mm-hmm. So you remember when Jordan was going through it with the Pistons, all those guys in the 80s before he came, Michael Jordan, Air Jordan, the Pistons used to whoop his. Anytime he came to the hole, elbows, filling them, love taps. We touched them. We in the head, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm touching you. Mm-hmm. So I showed those guys Jordan getting his whooped.
Now, how they could beat the Chiefs, I should have said. Now, here we go. Every team I've ever been on, from Pop Warner on, and I ain't catch it when I was young, but I start catching it when I got of age. Every team I'm on, when I hear my coach start talking like that, immediately something in my head starts to roll back, lean back, get a little distance from coach, because I'm really starting to listen to him. Like, wait a minute, does coach believe we can get him? Does coach really believe we could beat him? Now I'm going to tell you why. Because when a team is more talented than you, technically, you're supposed to say, all right, we as talented as them, right? If you're a real coach and you got real ballers, you look at them and say, we as good as them. But he didn't say that. And I hear you, coach, why you didn't say that, because we're not. Okay, so we're not as good as them. What do you think then? The first thing they do is say, we need to be more physical than them. All right. So you imagine a team, let's go back to his reference. He was talking about the Detroit Pistons going against the Chicago Bulls. Now Chicago Bulls got Jordan, and they got the Jordan rules. And you know the Jordan rules started, and then Pippen is starting to become Pippen, and then all of a sudden it took off, right? But before, when they had the Jordan rules, they was like, we ain't as good as him. So we're going to muck it up. We're going to hit his ass. We're going to let him know he went through something, right? He may win the fight, but he gonna know he been in the fight. One of those conversations. So Antonio is whispering to his team, and they probably know it because they ballers too. Yeah, the Chiefs are something. I mean, they're the champs, but when you beat the champs, you don't respect them like fans do. Fans be like, look at the Chiefs, they're the best team in the world. And other teams be like, man, we beat them fools. And they be like, shut up, y'all ain't as good as the Chiefs. And they like, I can't even explain this. And that's what Antonio's talking to. He's talking to the things that you can't explain, but we're going to go out there and materialize. We're going to go out there and manifest. What I'm saying may sound improbable. What I'm saying right now may sound insane, but believe me, we could go do that. So they beat GOAT Mahomes. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs had off game. Chiefs were in that little slump. Chiefs were waiting to turn the switch on. Whatever you want to say about the Chiefs this year. But his game plan against the Chiefs, no matter how they're approaching it, is we going to put some hands on GOAT Mahomes. Will that work? Look, every player has his button where if you push it, I'm not the same dude. Like some buttons you push, I activate. Some buttons you push, I eject. Like I ain't me, right? Tom Brady up the middle. Remember those days? Peyton Manning up the middle. Remember those days? With Patrick Mahomes, not letting them get around the corner for most of the game, 49ers. Remember those moments? Like everybody got their button. For me, it was a weird button. My button was a short, stumpy, bathtub-ass offensive lineman. I hated short offensive linemen, especially when they were wide bodies. They just got me out of my game because I'm used to like long leverage and, running by cats. And then this little dude, I got to get way under there. He got leverage. He's sitting there like a water balloon, just blimpy. like, move your little stumpy ass out the way, right? So that used to push my button. I had to come at it a different way. Running at me didn't work. Running away from me didn't work. I wasn't really a pass rusher. I just could do pass rush. I was mislabeled. I was misappropriated, right? I should have been a run stopper. I'll still be playing as a run stopper. But the point is, everybody got their button. And Patrick Mahomes' button, if I'm evaluating him, I'm not saying we just got to muck it up Jordan rules. I think that sounds great. I think that's a good poster, cliche. I think that looks good on the bulletin board. But you ain't punking Patrick Mahomes. You ain't knocking him out of games. The dude plays with one ankle, no ankles. He's been through a lot of injuries and still looking at him, multiple champ. Now, I would say if I'm getting at Patrick Mahomes, the best way to get at Patrick Mahomes is to neutralize the weapons. Y'all saw that first half of the Super Bowl. We've seen him in Super Bowls before not be exactly Patrick Mahomes. It's because in the Super Bowl, those weapons, you can get after them. Then all of a sudden, because of the stakes of the moment, Patrick Mahomes, you contain him, you got something there. So when Greenlaw was healthy, Travis Kelce wasn't balling like that, Mahomes didn't look amazing, even though he was playing the same as Brock Purdy. Second half, no Greenlaw, they start taking advantage. That's how the game goes. So I don't know about mucking it up on them. I do know that Patrick Mahomes will have a response to that. But hey, by hook or crook, especially if you're a Raider, crook or hook, you got to find a way to go get GOAT Mahomes because you're going to see him twice a year, just like my Chargers, just like those Broncos. So what you think about mucking it up, right? That's the way to get at Patrick Mahomes. I just say the 49ers had a great game plan. Just stay healthy and just stay into it. You know what I mean? That's all I saw. But he's the GOAT right now, baby GOAT, trying to chase Brady on a better pace than Brady, ahead of Brady. At the same time, we all humans out here. Everybody got their buttons that activate them and eject them. But do y'all agree with that method? You think it'll work? This is football. It was kind of weird to me. Like, isn't that a little redundant? You gonna hit me in football? Like, ain't you already hitting me? No, we really gonna hit you. That's like when people say they love you. I love you. You don't love. You are my best friend. No. Just best friend is good. Like, and they crack me up when I hear people say, I got best friends. I'm like, oh, dog, now you tripping. So how important do you think confidence is in this? In terms, because that's what he's really doing. He's just trying to find a way to your confidence. This is nothing but a mental exercise to say, oh, we put hands on him, so believe in yourself. Because the hands on him ain't hurting him like that. He got pads on, dog. It's to build you up. What y'all think about that? All right, y'all, let's get into these complaining ass coaches. And I'm a coach, so I'm gonna respect these coaches a little bit, but at the same time, stop complaining, stop bitch, stop crying about this damn NIL. Boy, people hate to work. One thing I know about us human beings is that we are wired to get the most, want the most, but do the least. Catch that? We all got visions of grandeur. Every human being alive thinks about big things. Some humans actually attain those things. But all humans wish they didn't have to do all that they did to go get it, right? Nobody wants to do all that, but then you get used to it. That's why habits are so important, because it makes you mindless through the pain. You don't feel it. You don't care about it as much. You ain't tripping on it because you have good habits, conditioning. Like you just don't feel it. You know when you're not in shape, like me right now, when you're not in shape, you take 10 steps, you're like, man, damn. But when you in shape, you could go 10 miles. Ain't it crazy? And not even think about it. There's some cats that go right now, somebody right now is running in their 10th mile and ain't breathing hard. And then me, I take 10 steps right now. Shoot, I got to see the chiropractor in 5 minutes. Like, it's a problem. So the point is, all things that are attained come from work, come from conditioning, come from you applying yourself. And we don't like to do that, but we learn to do that. We train ourselves to deal with that. Well, these coaches ain't trained themselves yet to deal with this NIL. They bitching out. They just complaining and crying and transferring like the players did. The portal of transfers is greater for coaches right now than it is for players because they don't know what to do. It retired Nick Saban. Man, it made Chip Kelly say, man, hell no, I ain't staying at UCLA. I gotta go to Ohio State. Be easy over there. They got all these damn NIL setups and all these damn people with all this money that's going to spend it on this program. This old state school I go to at UCLA, hell no. And I love Chip Kelly. Y'all know Chip Kelly recruited me at Columbia way back in 1991. So respect to Chip Kelly. But the point is, these coaches complaining. Oh, y'all believe me? All right, listen to this sound about how the NIL is disrupting college sports.
I think it's been overall a good thing for the players. Coaches don't like it because they claim, you always hear the thing about, well, there's no loyalty anymore. And it's transactional as if it wasn't transactional before. And how do you build relationships? You think all these guys should go coach in high school if they want relationships. It's business, and the players are participating in the business now.
Chip Kelly just left as the head coach of UCLA to take a gig to be an OC at Ohio State. We saw Boston College's head coach leave to be a defensive coordinator in Green Bay. And the general sense is that they went from one form of football where there are fewer rules to the pros where there are more rules as to where you can have a free agent or when you can have a free agent. And that it seems to be an easier gig.
You're hearing it as an excuse. My thing is, hey, if you want to leave your job, go ahead. The solution is simple. Sign the players to contracts. They're employees. I mean, the Boston College coach left to go to the NFL. First of all, he had NFL ties before that. But then you saw somebody leave from the NFL to go to Boston College. So what does that say? And I love all these coaches, but it's just more coach complaining. They're making a ton of money. Things have changed. Adjust to it. But if the NCAA wants to fix this, they can fix it tomorrow. All they have to do is take off all restrictions for schools paying their athletes, and they would sign them to contracts just like they do coaches and administrators and all that. It's really not that difficult.
And coaches don't like it. That's my guy. Y'all know these coaches is mad. What they mad at, though? They mad that they got a share in the money? Nah. People who make money don't really complain that you making money too until they're not making as much money, right? Because people with money know there's enough money to go around. Now, they don't want to give it to you, but if you earned it, they ain't really tripping. They're like, yeah, I'm going to make more than you. As long as that gap is there and then you make more, I get more, you raise the tide, all boats go higher, you know what I mean? They ain't tripping like that. This ain't why coaches are spazzing out, retiring, transferring. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. I'm a coach and I'm a former player. Because now you've introduced the asset that brings power, money and power. So cats now, kids, youngsters, got money, now they feel like they got power. Now, how does a kid flex power at a school? He know damn well he ain't the head of the school. He ain't the chancellor. He ain't on the board of trustees. He know damn well he ain't even a professor, head coach, nothing. But you know what he does? He expresses it through his attitude. See, coaches used to walk in. Let's go back when I first started. When you first got to a practice, sitting there, helmet next to you, one knee, staring, eye contact, and you're looking at coach. And this is 1983, my first year playing football. I'm literally this kid. And coach would say, all right, I want to welcome 1983 Inglewood Mohawks. Give yourself a round of applause. Back in that position. Okay, guys, we're going to play the game of football. Very intense game. You got to bring all that you got. It's going to hurt sometimes, but you can persevere. All right, coach. You're still looking at them like this. Starting in your head, you're already like, you're 8 years old, like, what the hell are you talking about? You're like, all right. And then you go out there and play. You play your hardest, right? And then you started to notice some guys not playing their hardest, some guys talking, some guys don't know their plays, and you still like this, right? Then you get older. Then they start telling you how good you are because you know you're good too. But you still like this because you want to make it. And then when you get to the level where they start surrounding you and start hooking you up, give you tickets to this game illegally, a little extra money for the vacuum cleaners, you know what I'm saying? Don't your mama need a vacuum cleaner? Yeah, she needed how many, 10, 20? You know what I'm saying? You get a little love. Then all of a sudden, you start going to practice like this. Watch this. Yeah. All right, and then this is when I know it's real. Because coaches used to have command from hello. Coach walk in, everybody. Then you start walking in, and then you start doing this. What's up, Chip? Because you feeling yourself. Because somebody feeling you and filling your pockets now. So these cats walking in there, and coaches looking around like, I don't have that built-in control anymore because I am not winning the power dynamic like I used to. And they feel it. Yeah, of course, you blow the whistle, everybody gonna run up to you. But who looking at you? Who paying attention? And who really is all in? The cats that's trying to go make even more money, right? So then you start to think, am I at one of those schools that they really gonna get these guys out to make that next level of dough? You know, the Bamas. Why did Nick Saban leave Alabama? I'll tell you why he left Alabama. Because at his age, he like, I know what it takes to get this power back. Not just power of my team, because I'm Nick Saban. They're going to listen. They want these reps. They want to be on that field. But the power to go get a high school kid, to get them here, to keep them here, to keep them happy when I'm not feeding them. Before, we all were sitting there broke, so we all hungry. So we all eating because we all hungry. You ever been there? Like you so broke. I grew up so broke I didn't know I was poor. What else is there? Everybody around me broke. Everybody around me hungry. So we all eating the same. It's when you got those power dynamics. Some cat pulled up and then you scooting and Nick talking about you 5-star, just wait your turn. And then that portal look and that portal say, if you jump in, get out. 500,000. Get out. Nick ain't got that power, or he ain't got that energy to get that power back. Why does a Chip Kelly leave? Chip Kelly leaves because he's like, man, I'm at this damn California broke. It's raining all damn day in LA now. What the hell is this? I can't recruit. Then you get cats here and they already feeling a little subpar, but they like, nah, we going to Big Ten. We gonna be good now. No, y'all not. We'll see. But no, y'all not. So you got Michigan, you got Ohio State, you got Penn State. Stop playing with me. SC still, like, whatever. So, and I was going to go to UCLA, sign a letter of intent, all that. Stop that. All right, so you looking like, damn, what should I do here? We got a broke state. It's a public school. Cats ain't really into football like that. They mad. We got to go drive to the Rose Bowl. So it's like, all right. So Chip Kelly like, I'm about to get fired because I have the energy that Nick Saban doesn't have, but I ain't got the horses. I ain't got the jockeys. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got the damn track. I ain't got nothing that could get me to that level. And you know it. Game recognized game. So, all right. I'd rather be number 2 at the top dog than number 1 wherever I am right now, UCLA. There's no slight to UCLA because my boy Martin is the AD there, and I love UCLA. But game recognized game, right? So it's like a company. Would you want to have full ownership of not that much or nothing, or a piece of a unicorn, right? A piece of a beast, a piece of Ohio State. That's what he took. So these coaches just all in their feelings because they never, ever thought they would get to a place where they can't control like coaches used to control. And these coaches are Nick Saban, Chip Kelly, and everybody else that you see just moving around or shaking or doing like this. Sark ain't tripping with that new contract he got. Shout out to my homie, my old neighbor. Sark and I, University of Texas coach, came out together. Sark and I used to be neighbors growing up when he was living here coaching USC. Great dude, obviously killing it at Texas right now. Got to get over that last hump so they can get it all. But that new contract, sucker got, what did he get, like $10 million a year? Golf club membership, private jet, tickets to the games, and I don't know what else. It was some crazy stuff. I was like, God dang, Sark. Oh, 2 cars. They give him 2 cars. You got 2 cars. So these coaches are in a different power dynamic right now. These players know they can flex more. They can flex at you, coach. I don't like all that. Coach, bark back. I'm the coach. Player looks at him, eye contact, and then breaks it. Oh, you think I'm a punk, coach? Because I broke eye contact like a boxer? No, I ain't no punk. I'm looking at that portal. It's whispering to me. So it's a whole different dynamic now. Welcome, because the players have now joined where the coaches have been. Remember that coach used to come in your living room? Hey, take care of your kids. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love your greens. These are amazing. Oh, your son. Oh, take care of him like he's my son. You know I got your son. Then they get to the school, and then they get another opportunity, a job offer. Where coach go? Daddy. Gone. He at the next stop. Well, players are doing the same damn thing. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm interested, and I'm glad my son is only 8 and not into this level where you're figuring it out while you're finding out how it's going. You know what I mean? I want it already figured out before we get there. We'll see how that plays out. So tell me what y'all think. Beat it up in the comments, man. Why you think these coaches out here tripping? Why they trying to act like they got to be loyal now? Why the players ain't loyal? Why the players ain't loyal? Because your ass wasn't. You taught them well, coach. You really did your job, coach. You taught these players how not to be loyal. Man, I wish they were loyal, but at the same time, they loyal to that dough, not to them damn doors at that facility. So respect to it. Tell me what you think is happening now in terms of the transactions. Y'all got a problem with these players? Y'all got a problem with these coaches? Y'all ain't got no problems? It's just capitalism at its finest. Tell me what y'all think. Beat it up in the comments. All right. Let's get to this sound, man. Because I saw it on LeVar Arrington's social, and it was Jason Whitlock. And it was Jason Whitlock talking about basically what's killing our kids. And I was like, wait a minute. Let me hear this out. So we know we had the Kansas City mass shooting. And I'm not going to be insensitive here, but my duty is to speak the truth. My duty is to be real. And my duty is an obligation to those that I left behind, those that I grew up with, those that I know still close to those circumstances where mass shootings happen all the time, daily, like weekly. Like, just listen to the local news on a Sunday evening after the weekend, basically. And just listen to the death count, the shootings, the incidents. And that's just the ones they cover, y'all. Go into the websites, go into the US Gov and start to do some deep search into cities and demographics and shootings and all of the incidents that happen daily. I don't want us to get desensitized to that, but we have, because when something happens at a parade, obviously it's going to get more attention, especially it's a world championship parade for the Kansas City Chiefs. You get it. But I want that to shine light on what we're not getting, which is enough attention to really what's happening on the daily. Well, Jason Whitlock has some words about that. Let's listen to Jason Whitlock and let's talk through it.
Jay said they don't want to give up these Second Amendment clowns. They don't want to give up their guns, and that makes children vulnerable. No. What makes children vulnerable is the destruction of family. Because you love to talk about the mass shootings. There's mass slaughter every day inside these abortion clinics that the people that don't believe in God churn out and slaughter and kill babies on demand. You never say a word about it. You actually go out and protest for the right for them to kill babies in the womb. And then you pretend like you care when a baby gets shot at a parade. You kill them inside the womb and you celebrate it, and that's a freedom and that's a right. And how dare anybody attempt to take that away from me? Miss me with all of it.
Okay. Now, there was a detour there that I didn't expect. And let's talk through it. What's killing our kids? A lot of people obviously in fear. You imagine dropping off your kid at a parade or with your kid at a parade. And I know, and I'm like, oh, look at that. It's Patrick Mahomes, that's Travis Kelce. Oh, that's so great. Pack, 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 pack. Not firecrackers. Come on, y'all. Like senseless. Sick punks. I only got two categories. You know how they're Democrat, Republican. Sick or a punk. That's how I look at people. I always have growing up. You sick or you're a punk. Now, you got to deal with sickos, right? You got to deal with them because they contagious. They create gremlins. There's more sickos out there than ever, right? And then people raising their hands to claim they sick when they ain't really that sick, but it's cool to be sick. Oh, don't act like people don't do that. Don't act like these victims and victimhoods ain't out there. I grew up when people were thinking it was cool to go to jail. Prison. Y'all remember them days? I don't know if y'all grew up in that era. When cats were raising their hand, basically, oh man, shoot, I'll get my stripes. Go get your stripes. Man, I ain't never been to jail or prison, but I've been in the holding tank twice. Lord, one time 6 hours. One time like 6 minutes, because Jesus, 6 hours ain't never felt longer in my life. I was like, what the? Hell no. Tell you those incidents later. Little misdemeanors. So anyway, I grew up around all that. And then you make it to a place where you like, man, that was wild. It can't be that way anymore. I made it. Take your kid to a parade, no matter who you are. You think they checking based on annual income, who they shooting? They checking at a parade? Anybody can get it when I'm that damn sick or a punk. That's how the game go. So where are we going now? Listen to Jason Whitlock. What's killing our kids? You know, and the mass shootings and the fear and the terror, because now it has no borders. When I was growing up, it was the hoods that you had to be scared of. Now you got to just be scared to go outside to some degree. Oh, all neighborhoods. I know so many affluent people, 24-hour security, front of their house, all this stuff. Crazy. Cats got gats everywhere. Oh, it's crazy. So, mass shooting sparked this conversation for Whitlock. He took it to the abortion angle. Abortion's tricky. I don't really want to step with both feet into that because I really hear both sides. And I'm not here in the political way, and I'm not here in the religious way. I'm just saying, in terms of daily responsibilities, because you can say what you want about abortion, but you ain't the one that got to live with that life or that consequence of killing that kid to death. You don't. I don't. So I'm not going to speak fully into that. You know, you gotta have things in this world where you're gonna die for, some things you're gonna live for, and some things you can live with. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? People be born. Everything can't be full throttle, right? I give a damn about all things, but I give a damn. What I really care about is what I'm gonna talk about. Because people be blaming guns. Stop blaming guns, and please don't give me the whole, I know it's gonna sound, stop blaming guns, because that's why it keeps becoming a worse issue, worse problem. It's not because there are more guns, it's more sicko punks. And we don't address them, we just let them go until they show us they are sicko punk. And then we be like, take their gun away. What do you think a sicko punk gonna do? He gonna find a way. Well, he ain't gonna do it that way, he's still gonna do it. Not talking about that. Not even talking about abortion. And like, oh, you talking about the kids when they're 4 years old getting shot and killed. You didn't say nothing when he was 4 months old and you aborted him. Not even going that. That's a whole different animal. The animal I want to talk about is the nuclear family. The destruction of family. I'm talking about real family. I'm talking about mama and daddy, kids. Uh-oh. Mama over there, daddy over there. I don't know where the kid's at. If you don't raise your kids, the streets happily will. And create more sicko punks. Because ain't nothing tough about being in the streets. You want to know why it ain't tough? Not because it ain't hard conditions. It's because you are now hurt. And what do hurt people do? Hurt people. So that ain't the tough thing. The tough thing is, you ever go to a martial arts class? You ever look at the master? You ever look at the sensei? You see how chill he is. You see how calm he is. You see his demeanor. You see how neat he looks. You see how great shape he is. Mess with him. To me, that's tough. Because he's like, I'm not going to do nothing to you. Don't do anything to me. And if you do, whop, bop, 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 sit down. You good? like some Denzel Equalizer stuff. I'm fine. You good? Like, to me, that's tough. This ain't tough to me. What's up, homie? What's up? What you looking at? What you up to? Like, where you from? And like, oh, God, dog. Those consequences are hell, but you ain't tough. You a punk. That's why you messing with me. I ain't do nothing to you. Now we gonna get into this tussle. And then you started it because you know you wanted to take it there. Got me all caught up in it. And then pat, 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 pat. And that's tough. Like, we gotta literally start calling these kids, when they're kids, call them punks when they start banging instead of hard, instead of tough. Start going at them kids for real. Like, when you 8, 9, 10, or whatever age where you think it's really cool to be in them streets, tell them how stupid they ass look. Tell them how dumb they look. Tell them how messed up their life gonna be. See how many of them still wanna go do it and recruit. Now, I did that mentally. I was in there like, man, you ain't fresh. All my gangster friends growing up, when we would get talking for real, and I was like, you got your guns, you put your guns down, and you ain't acting like that now? Come on, man, what you doing, dog? What the fuck wrong with you? And then I swear, 99.9% of them were real, normal, scared, caged kids. I mean, I know one killer. And we used to talk, and I'd be like, dog, what are you doing? And he would be like, man, what else I'm gonna do? What else I'm gonna do? What you mean, what else you gonna do? I mean, streets and alleys and lanes there are in this world. What you tell me what else you gonna do? Why you pick that one? Get off it. I can't get out. Oh, God, dog. And that's our world. So the family has to stay intact. Now, I understand nuclear family looks a lot of ways today. I'm talking mama, daddy, married, kids. I'm talking, the Waltons. I know Brady Bunch looking different. Now I'm on the Cosby Show and y'all on the Brady Bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. But all I'm saying is we got to be responsible. We got to be mature. We got to get out our feelings. Because your feelings will make you say, today I don't feel her. Tomorrow I don't feel him. You know what? I don't feel this relationship. Peace. I don't feel you. Well, I don't feel your kid. Those your kids. That's not. And that's where we go. Let's start calling punks punks. Let's start calling sickos sickos. Right? Because that's sick. You created a kid and don't want to take care of it because you don't like their mama no more? Fuck wrong with you? You dumb. Y'all need to stop being homies with these people. Leave them on islands so they can know. I need to get up off that island and get to the mainland where the real people are healthy, not sick. Real, tough, not punks. I just want to flip that. So I've always had that in me, just looking at the value system paradigm like it's ass backwards. We think it's dumb to be smart when you're young, when it's smart as up to be smart all the time, et cetera, et cetera. So tell me what y'all think, man. What y'all think is destroying our families? What is destroying what's killing our kids? It's a lot. I mean, golly, legacy to me is still that voice in you from those who were alive. That's legacy, right? Like my grandma, I hear my grandma, my mom, they're gone. But I hear them, and that's legacy. It's not just a building, not just a statue. It's what they left on you in imprint. So I want to know, when you talk about these kids, what imprints are we leaving on them? What are we designing for them? What are we giving them in inheritance in this world? If this is how it's going to turn out. We can't even go to parades, y'all. Y'all got to admit. Let's stop saying the same old shit. We cannot, what was the Wileyism the other day? We cannot solve problems with the same thinking that got us into that problem. So change your minds. Let's talk through it. All right, y'all. Coming up next on Never Shut Up. Had to preach a little bit. Let's funk on some comments and hit it with a Wileyism. That's next. Never Shut Up. Brinks TV. Reach TV. Brinks. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. You see my pearly whites? They're actually yellow. I'm glad my teeth ain't like perfectly white, because with my complexion, that shit wouldn't look good. I look like a domino over here. Black, white, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. So I got a little yellow up in there. But if you're seeing them white and you're seeing them all shining, you might be watching me on Brinks. Go to Brinks.tv, get 1,000 free Brinks bucks. Yep, got that good vision. We got community, we got commerce and content, all on one single screen. Easy. Bang that X. That's what we used to say. Bang the X. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you're on the app. Bang the X and you get paid to watch TV. Also, BetUS, WileyWins.com. Clippers game on Sunday. I had to flake on the dinner that I really want to go to, but I'm going to see the Clips. And my Clippers so damn good. It feels so amazing being at a game and your team actually wins. Because I don't know how many Charger games we won this year. At home, I think 2. Golly, we were sorry at home this year. That's why we got a new coach. And make sure you guys leave support, recurring donations, monthly donations to projecttransition.org. I like sending out this book. Why? Because ain't no punk in here. Stop it. Let me get off this. Let's focus some comments here. Ring culture. The term ring culture is made up by people, players, who don't have rings to justify the fact that they don't have any. Somebody beat up that comment. What? I don't have a ring. Not in the NFL. I ain't make up ring culture, and I don't like ring culture. All right, prove me wrong. All the greatest players to ever play the game are in fact great in their own ways, or in some cases always. So how do we separate a Barkley from a Bird if they are both among the best players ever? Rings and moments achieving those rings. So wouldn't that be the player who has the ring create ring culture? Because it's like, get these fools away from me. Hey, I'm Larry Bird. Get Charles Barkley away from me, right? If you ask anyone who's greater, Lillard or Steph, 90% would say Steph, even though their stats are similar, with Lillard having a higher scoring average and higher assist average. Why? Rings and moments on the biggest stage, achieving those rings. Doesn't mean Lillard isn't a better player, but he's definitely not greater. Okay, you saved yourself at the end. I give you all that. Yeah, I mean, look. I love rings when it's like it's breaking a tie. Like two things look equal, okay, give him the ring guy wins, right? But when it's like ring guy ain't even better than non-ring guy, but we gonna think he greater because he got a ring and he don't. What? Like, what age did you start to say, you know what? Your team is better than my team, so you're better than me. Hey, what? When I was on any team, kind of like dog, Wiley balling. Like, I mean, like high school, Pop Warner, high school, college. They're like, I want Wiley. Columbia was 2-8 my first year. You think they wasn't trying to take me? Harvard, Yale? Oh no, Yale. We won the Ivies. We don't want Wiley. We're the champions. We got rings. We're better than you. Shit. They would be like, we're the champions. We want Wiley. Come on, man. I would have easily been the best player on their team. Easily, and they the champs. Man, y'all better stop. When did this flip? Like all of a sudden, like, oh no. They won, so let me bow down. Y'all got me. You got them? You ain't got me. That's all I'm saying. Stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. My vague and broad formula for determining greatness: rings, 50%, stats over 10 best years, 25%. Oh, God, stop. Does not have to be in succession. The intangibles like the winner gene, also known as Jordan gene, the heart and soul of the player mixing the mentality, setbacks, trials and tribulations, effort put into a win at any cost, and its effect on others, 25%. Points deducted from giving up and or running away from adversity, but given for correcting a misstep. I give you credit, John Diaper, for at least having a formula. Now I'm going to take all that credit away because ain't no damn way you apply that formula to anything. That is the most vague, trying to be objective formula ever. What the hell is the heart and soul of the player mixing the mentality, setbacks? So hold on. If I'm a player that doesn't get hurt or doesn't have a lot of adversity, that counts against me? I don't know, trials and tribulations? Like, no. So funny. Hey, look, A for effort. We got to try to figure this out, but that ain't the way. All right, Mace versus Shannon. Ooh, Sell. If you about speaking your truth, why can't Kat speak his or Monique do the same? We can't as a people. Oh, God, here we go, as a people. I think you mean black, but here we go. As a people, knock him or you for speaking his truth. No. Mace spoke first, so Shannon clapped back. Now Mace is clapping back again. Why? Because Shannon spoke his truth in reference to Mace. All one can do is respect his game. I feel you. I agree with you. I ain't say Shannon couldn't speak. I said if Shannon is going to talk and let people talk about any and everybody, just expect shots fired, return fire. Like people gonna shoot back. That's all I said. So Mace shot first. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is why in the Bible it says, ye judge, ye shall be judged. And I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. It's because all it's saying is whatever game you want to get into, oh, they're gonna play that game with you too. You ain't just playing the game gonna play you too. So if you the person that walks around, guess what's gonna happen to your ass and you gonna register it and feel it. Somebody gonna walk up to you and go, because you were, If you somebody walking around always looking for the good and the positive, somebody gonna walk up to you and compliment you. That's how the game goes. Now, nothing's absolute, so please miss me with your outliers. Oh, no, someone also called me out. Ye judge, ye shall be judged. If you're the one that cares about money, you're going to see money come and go. You get it? That's what it means. So don't trip on that. Go do you, Shannon. You're going to be in these beefs. If you allowing somebody to detonate beefs around you, beef's going to be around you, including you. You're going to get hit with the shrapnel. That's all that is. Awesome beef analysis. Thank you. See, somebody caught it. This is the kind of stuff reality TV promotes for ratings. The more drama, the better TV ratings or subscribers. Truth lies, drama and gossip get ratings and publicity. Some people build legacies, chase fame and money in this lane. The sad part of it is the jealousy involved and people that's doing it can't maintain rating or get more subscribers. Gossip and drama pays well when done correctly, if that makes any sense. The summary was really awesome and deserves more subscribers. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. So you're basically like, look, I always say it like this. Low frequencies get higher ratings. Like I literally could say, fuck the shit, bitch. And then somebody gonna clip that. Woo, all of a sudden I get the most views on the clip ever. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. If I take off all my clothes and start doing some stuff, I do what Lionel did last night. Ashley Larry. Rollins, Donnell Rollins, yes. And he did it. He ran up on stage or ran up to the stage with Corey Holcomb. First of all, I've been knowing Corey Holcomb, and shout out to Darlene, my dog. I've been knowing them for 30 years, maybe 20, 30 years, forever, like Corey Holcomb, day ones, it felt like. Anyway, I think I'm so glad Corey Holcomb killing it now, because I've always told him and always thought that fool was funny. He is the fun. I always just say, people like, why Corey Holcomb your favorite comedian? I'm like, dog, you ever hear? He just bag on cats, and he never relents. That's why I'm like, he doing his gig, his job. Everybody else be like, okay, that's too far. I'm like, too far? If a comedian goes too far, what is far? Like, what is close? What is distance? Comedian is supposed to be able to do anything, and I take it. I laugh. Oh my God, I love that dude. Anyway, so if y'all haven't seen it, he ran up on him, tell him he didn't like his jokes, and don't talk about Dave Chappelle and all that stuff. What? You can't be doing that, man. Gotta let this dude live. So I know how, and that's how he got viral. Now he got some Netflix special. Bang. You got it all coming. It's all going down. You got clicks, you get views, you get ratings. I know I can do that. I don't like doing that. Why? I give it to you like this. I'm going to give it to you just like this. This is exactly why I don't do that. Because there's a guy, and I don't know if you guys know, he's a Harvard professor. His name is Roland Fryer. Look him up. You know I love Thomas Sowell. I hope everybody loves Thomas Sowell, even if you disagree. Just love how damn wise and smart he is. Okay, not his viewpoints on everything you have to agree with. Just be like, God dang, that's a machine. Roland Fryer's like that. I like guys like that. They're just like, look, I'm going to just say it like the way it is. It may not be the most popular thing. I'm not here for popularity. I did 20 years of popularity TV. It was pretty good to me, right? I get to work at home now. I'm an owner at Brinks TV. Like, life is good. But I know I can go, pop, pop, pop. I know what to do to go, pop, pop, pop. I know how it goes. I know I can get some gadgets, some gimmicks. I can start playing around. I can get drunk on air and just, I know. We get more subscribers. I know. It's a formula, and there's different formulas. I like this one. You know why? No lie. Because I discovered Thomas Sowell during the pandemic. He 93, y'all. Where he been? There are clips on there 15, 20 years old, and I didn't know about them. And I was like, damn. But it has a greater impact on me than all this viral stuff. And I scroll through his old clips, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And there are more, there are older guys, even that. And I just love discovery. What I'm doing right now will last forever. And then one day my kids or some random kid be like, Marcellus, oh yeah, he came and talked to me at my school. Oh yeah, Project Transition, let me keep on that clip. And he'll see a Wileyism, and it will help him get through his day. That's what I'm building over here. They can have that, and I can have this, and we can go get it. That's life. Okay, last comment right here, god dang. It's a short one too. Why don't the comedians go after the people who are actually talking about them? What's the purpose of going after Shannon? It's 100% sound like hate to me. Good take on the subject, Marcellus. I don't think it's hate going at Shannon. Y'all didn't grow up like I grew up. I don't know where y'all grew up. All right, this is how it was. Where you from? Now, somebody say that, it's about to be an assault. Like, ain't nobody asking you that and then peacefully want to walk away, because if they know you, they wouldn't ask you where you're from. They know you. And if you were from where they from, they'd probably be familiar with you, so they ain't asking you. They asking the enemy. They expect the enemy. They expect something like, where you from? Like, what's up? Where you from? And if you answer, I don't bang, that's still a gang. You ain't got to be the enemy gang. You could be, oh, you won't do this? You ain't tough? You ain't a punk like me? So now I'm going to fuck with you. Because you ain't from nothing. You ain't got no loyalties. You ain't got nobody backing you up, I think, right? So what's up? So I don't got messed with, and I said, I don't bang, and they still on me. I'm like, God dang, dog, what is the secret word? So here's the point. If you talk about all these scenarios, all this stuff going on right now, why are they banging on Shannon? Because Shannon is from the hood of somebody who banged on them. Now, if y'all know gang stuff and y'all know how the game goes, whew, oh, you live in 60s hood, but you ain't from 60s, and we looking for somebody from 60s? We're going to go get him and anybody else out there. You ever see that? What was that, in the Menace? He said, I don't give a damn who out there. Old ladies, killers, I don't give a fuck. That's how cats think. And you go ask somebody, these cats are playing a game. This is a game. This is not life and death. These are jokes. First of all, who can't take jokes? Like Shannon taking jokes, he giving jokes. Mace taking jokes and giving jokes. I don't like the guy that gets serious about the jokes. I hate that guy. So let them do it. But they banging on each other because Shannon, you may not be from Cat Williams' hood, but you live in there and you right by him, or that's where you are from. You allowed that to happen on your set, on your turf, on your block. So we coming through. I don't give a damn who out there. Everybody getting it. So just to give y'all some real street lessons on that, if it ain't even lessons, y'all know what. And it's fine, man. They all gonna eat more off of this. Let it go. Stop trying to criticize it. Let it flow. All right, y'all know how we finish every show with a Wileyism. Yeah, I know I'm getting old. I literally move fast and my neck hurt. You know they're staring because you're looking too. This is what I used to hit my homegirls with, like in high school. What's she looking at? What they looking at? What they want? I was like, you only know they staring because you're looking too. Ooh. I am not the best of friends. I'll just tell you this. I pop bubbles. When I'm with my homie, I'm like, man, shut up. I don't care a damn about your ass like that. I used to love it while I'm in the league. All these cats be like, man, everybody on me, all that. I was like, yeah. Not all. Not everybody. You remember. It was like, hey, shut up. Oh, man. Don't get too high on your horse. You got to be high on your horse, though, because you don't want to be stepping in the mud. You don't want to be the one down low, right? Aim high. At the same time, don't aim too high and be high on that horse, because you know what happens up there. We start losing ourselves. We start losing touch. Keep those feet on the ground. What they say, 10 toes down, stand on business, whatever the hell they saying now. So you know they're staring because you're looking too. It's okay, boo-boo. Ain't nothing worse than when somebody act like, everything's about me. And it's like, is it? And, I am the one. Or, I'm better than you. It's like, how you know that? Have you done a full search of my assets? Do you know what I possess that may be even better than what you think or better than you at that? But I ain't flexing. You ever get into a fight with somebody in your head? You're like, damn, I could whoop their ass in this conversation, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm tired. Or it's an easy win. Or let them feel good about themselves, right? But all this ties into the same element where we just go out and for some reason we got to compete, right? And stay in your lane, that's where you win. You most effective, most efficient, running in your lane, running straight up. What up? I see you. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to finish my race, not your race. So, especially if y'all got some youngsters, because they love to run looking sideways, right? Just tell them, man, next time they get high on that horse, they be like, oh, what do they want? Why everybody always calling me? Why everybody always texting me? Why everybody always been sending me messages? Why everybody want me to go to all the events? Michael Parsons did that, remember? Stop it. Why they all looking at me? Why they all waiting on me? Why they all staring? Well, you know they're staring because you're looking too. That'll do it for today's episode. Never Shut Up. This might have been the longest episode ever. I think it's long because I was supposed to be on the call 30 minutes ago. And I am not on it. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. Stop banging on people. Love y'all. Have a great day. I will. I can't even shake my neck. My neck.
Stage a lot faster. Oh, I'm so honored. I'm so inspired to be here, and thanks Shine Global for this award, to be recognized for doing the right thing, to be recognized for doing good things, and trying to inspire others for their own greatness. I'm just a kid from Compton who, at an early age, had to look inside to find my opportunities, because on the outside, there were so many whispers and sometimes yells of I couldn't make my dreams a reality. And thought that was very unfortunate, but I was thankful that I never internalized that chorus that was around me. I was a kid that understood that you had to be greater than your greatest excuse. And I had a lot of excuses. I had a lot of reasons to have self-doubt. But I was able to develop my inner power, discover that inner power, and make sure that I showed the world exactly who I wanted to be. And it was really simple for me. It was to make my dreams a reality. There was nothing more to it. And as I now stand here, just a few miles from where I grew up, where that adversity still is strong, and as we see through these movies, that it's worldwide, not just in our locale. You see the suffering, you see the gangs, you see the drugs, you see the poverty. And there's always one common escape. It's that inner power, it's that ambition. It's having a voice that's louder than those surrounding voices. And I'm on a mission, a global mission, to make sure that that inner power inspires all to not only give, but to receive the blessings that come from giving. And I'm up here right now as a guy who's challenging everyone to give their 3 T's. That's time, that's talent, and that's treasure. Human capital, financial, whatever it may be. Let's invest in each other because we all have to coexist here together. And as I look around and I have a foundation that really inspires these kids to become their greatest version of themselves and to look in the mirror to make sure that they're greater than their greatest excuse. It gives me my greatest passion. I was a kid who wanted to be a school teacher, but because of my height, weight, and speed, I became a football player. So I took that helicopter ride up as high as I could, but as I was ascending, I never forgot that I was once one of those fork-in-the-road kids who was shot at many times, who had to navigate around adversity every single day, who had to waste so much of his brain power just trying to get home every day. And so many experiences that sometimes you become desensitized to. But in reality, that is someone else's reality. So I'm so thankful to stand in front of all of you guys as an example of the kids that we're trying to affect, the underserved, the underprivileged, those who are told that their hardships are greater than who they are. But hopefully we can inspire them all to look inward, because everything they want out there is already in here. Appreciate you guys.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right. Get a 125% sign-up bonus, and to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we're giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.